Hi, this is John Burroughs again. I'm going to continue with my autobiography, 7 Years to Life. This is chapter 52, and it's called 65. When I was a young boy still living in New York, the number 65 became a permanent fixture in the recesses of my mind. My grandfather died in his 65th year, preceded by my grandmother, who died at the same age 2 years earlier. My friends Butchie D, Tommy S, and Tommy C's dad all died in their 65th year. 2 nuns and 1 priest that had taught me at school, and 1 priest that was well respected by young and old alike died at 65. I began to dread the age of 65, and after discussing with my friends the common thread, 65 was the thread that bound these deaths together. We all agreed that 65 was really old, and most likely not one of us would go on to live beyond that age. We never discussed it again, but at least for me, it has haunted me in varying degrees over my lifetime. Moving to California seemed to push the number deeper into my unconscious mind. However, a little over a year later, just prior to entering my freshman year at Serra High School, I found out that my 8th grade basketball coach had recently passed away. You guessed it, he was 65. Father Custodio, my alcoholic freshman English teacher, died halfway through my sophomore year. Once again, another death at the age of 65. There are many more examples that I could present, but they would not in any way lend rationale to my thought process here. It is a gut feeling and nothing more. My 65th birthday is 31 days away, and sometime during that year, I will simply burn out and hopefully find true peace on the other side. There are no thoughts of suicide or anything remotely close to intentionally hurting myself. Please, if you read this during my 65th year, do not try to convince me with modern medicine and many other technological reasons that my premonition is absurd, because I already know it is. I know many more people that lived well beyond their 65th year than I do who did not reach that age, and that generally speaking, human beings are living longer now than at any other point in history. When I argue with myself, I know how foolish these thoughts are, and make no mistake about it, I want to live a life with my loved ones as long as quality and lucidity is part of it. I have also seen, met, and worked with people younger than I am, and comparatively, they are in a lot worse shape. I have also seen, met, and worked with people older than I am, and they are in a lot better shape. I do not know the name of the song or who sang it, but there are lyrics in this song that get right to the heart of the matter, and the lyrics are, "I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me." The feeling is not consistently on my mind, or when it is, the intensity of how I feel varies. Since I was 8 or 9 years old, it has always been on my mind to some degree. It is, at worst, on the fives, and by that I mean when I was 10, 15, 20, 25 years old, etc., or now in my senior years, when some instance occurs related to age that to me was completely unexpected. I find it almost impossible to stay awake longer than 4 hours at any given time. It bothers me greatly, even though I have witnessed other people pass out involuntarily in their chairs. For me, this is happening much earlier than I ever expected it would. My short-term memory has become a more formidable obstacle than I had ever expected. In the midst of some conversations about other recent events, I try to express myself clearly, but struggle to find the words that once came instantaneously to me. Now, it is not unusual to forget what the conversation was about in the first. Now, it is not unusual to forget what the conversation was about in the first place. This is the second day I've been writing this story, and earlier today I peed in my pants because I could not make it to the toilet on time. Other times I've peed in my pants fully awake and did not even feel it happen. Today, I believe, is the first day I peed in my pants twice. The second time I involuntarily fell asleep on the couch, and completely wet myself, and the only thing that alerted me that it had happened was the damp, cold feeling in the general area of my crotch. I know they have things such as adult diapers to help me with these unfortunate moments. In fact, I even make jokes about it sometimes. At other times, I will be sitting up in bed with just the light of the TV to illuminate the bedroom, and thoughts of 65 will strike a sweat, producing fear in me. Other times I will see a commercial for adult diapers, and I become so demoralized that tears stream down my face, and I hold in my sobs the best I can in order to allow my wife to remain sleeping. Surpassing age 65 will most likely happen for me, but nonetheless I fear my 65th year more than anything else I can remember in my lifetime. It's going to be a challenging year when certain moves that have overcome me will not go unnoticed by my friends and family. I sincerely hope that they recognize the difference between fear and anger, because when I die I might be afraid, but I will definitely not be angry. Finally, if any of my loved ones ask me if something is bothering me and it is not related to what I have written about here, I will try my absolute best to explain what it is. If it has anything to do with this story, I will simply say if you sincerely want to know, then read the story. It is the best explanation that I can give, regardless how you feel about its practicality or logic. Now, since then, I am now 70, closing in on 71, and a lot of those fears have obviously dissipated and have gone away. The only thing that plagues me now is at one point, because of all the medical advances we've had, all the pharmaceutical, if you want to call them advances that we've had, all the pills that we take for high blood pressure, for high cholesterol, for all the things that can plague people in their old age, which was non-existent when I was growing up because people died at 65. Usually they didn't get to the point of dementia or peeing in their pants or doing things like that. So the only thing that plagues me now, and not seriously, is at what point do you reach that point of critical mass when the quality of your life is so unbearable to you that you think it might be better to pass on and help your friends and loved ones from above? Or do you stay alive knowing that there may be more advances and you do that for your loved ones because that's who you're really doing it for? Once again, I am at one of the best points in my life now with everything that's happened in this crazy year of 2020 has convinced me that I am in better shape than I ever thought I would be, and I am not by any means suicidal. I just had to add this to the story because when I wrote this story, as you well know, I was 64 years old. Anyway, that's the story of 65. I hope you read it, appreciate how it must have felt back then, and how the feeling is different now. Okay, John Burroughs signing off. I will talk to you later with another chapter. Thank you.